Hello, friends. Welcome back. This is our second live of the day. It's already 11 o'clock here in Tennessee, in my part of Tennessee, anyway. And we are going to pick up where we left off in the mini catalog in just a moment. I felt like I needed to go back to a couple of things that I've given a mention to and kind of spotlight them for you for just a second. So let's switch cameras and see. Yeah, there's my desk. That looks kind of crooked, but anyway. First, I did find my ribbon. Guys, this is embarrassing. It was like right right there on the carousel with my ink. Let's see. Like you can see my ink here. Okay, so this is a carousel. Yeah, right there. There's even a little cubby for ribbon. Now, it wasn't in the cubby because it wasn't live yet, but this is that sweet sorbet ribbon, so it's fairly narrow and soft again. Not so soft that I need to rub it on my face, but it's going to make great ribbon. I love the white edging. It's a great size. It's not going to add a lot of bulk to your cards, but so that goes with the Be Mine suite. Now, a couple of other things that I want to show you. I mentioned, creating those templates for your punches, and I brought up the 12 by 12 white cardstock, and it can be kind of hard to find. So I wanted to pull out the annual catalog and show you where to find that. So it's on page 126 of the annual catalog, and it's right up here with this basic cardstock. You can get basic white or vanilla in 12 by 12, and I get that pretty frequently because I like to make 3 by 6. Well, when they're folded, they're 3 by 3 little thank you cards, and that's great for that. But it's also going to be great for creating those little punch templates that I showed you in the first video. So, and you'll also find the regular 8.5 by 11 white and vanilla, as well as the thick. And while I'm here, I showed you the treat bags in the first video when I was talking about packaging. And there are also a couple of other boxes here. There's this little envelope treat boxes. They're 2¼ by 3¼ and an inch thick. And the scalloped gift card box, which is 4 1/8 by 1 by 2 7/8 of an inch. Okay. Window sheets, watercolor paper, and vellum are also on this page. So this is a good page, but I think it gets lost in the catalog a good bit. Now, I also mentioned that I am pretty much, oh my gosh, I can't close my catalog. A quick, well, not quick and easy. I like basic cards sometimes. So I wanted to show you a couple of things because stepping it up is amazing, right? But sometimes really sweet is easy and fun too. Guys, this is 2 stamps. I put them on my Stamparatus. I cut my cardstock. The white is 3 by 4 and the red is 3¼ by 4¼ and then a regular size card base. And you can do any color you want in the background. You can color this, you could not color it. I love it just the way it is. And by keeping this streamlined this way, I was able to really power through and make a bunch. And this can be anything, okay? A friendship card, a birthday card. I sent it out with some Christmas gifts to my friends. I'll send it with card kits. It's just a super easy, quick card, and I couldn't love it more. The stamp set is called By My Side, and it is current in the annual catalog. The other thing is this little sweet card, okay? Thank you. One stamp, one color, tied a ribbon. This is 3 by 6, scored at 3 and folded. And how fun is that? Now, you think, okay, I can't mail a 3 by 3 envelope through the postal system. Guys, put this in a regular size envelope and send it. You've got enough room to write your message, maybe, and it's just too easy. This is the black and white checked ribbon. There's also the black and vanilla. So if you wanted to make vanilla ones, you can get the vanilla in 12 by 12 and easily create quite a few of these at one time. I like to have those on hand to drop into class kits or when people get toothpaste from me, drop it in those bags. So it's super easy. And that stamp set is one you're not going to find in the catalog. It's one of those online exclusives. All right. And these greetings are amazing. This big thank you, big thinking of you. You are loved just because and celebrate. I love these kind of sets because they're just I don't know. You get some watercolor effect or some yeah, that's what I'm going to call it, marker effect. You get some variations in the color when you're stamping it, and I love them. So this is Softly Said, and it is in the online exclusives. It's $25. It's a red rubber set. If you want the item number, it's 16290. Okay, I'm going to say 6. Let's just see. 906. 162,906, and it's $25. We did talk about online exclusives when we were showing the earlier catalog. So I wanted to just kind of pick a couple of other things because it's so easy to overlook them. Alphabet dies. How often do you need alphabet dies? You want to create something personalized. Uh, how about this, guys? And how easy is this? That is one or three, three large dies, and okay, and you get. I thought that was a 3. Multiples of a lot of the letters, right? And I don't think they're quite an inch tall. Maybe they are an inch tall. Hey, I got that handy dandy clear ruler right here and can tell us how tall these are. And yeah, they're more like 3/4 of an inch. So really, really fun. That's on the online exclusive page. I've got some card samples from some of those as well. So let me show you the sample cards, and then I'm going to show you where they came from. So isn't this beautiful? An embossing folder, a piece of cardstock, uh, a label. This one is a die cut, but you could just cut a strip of white and flag the end. These were our team make and takes a couple of months ago, and Chris puts these kits together for me, and she actually is so sweet. She makes my cards for me, so I have samples to show, and I don't have to wait until the meeting to share. Um, some, you know, look at this little peekaboo card, and my friend Cindy shared a card with this scene that I am really anxious to make and show you. These little dragonflies. And then I can't imagine having a better friend. How cool is that? I don't know that I would have thought to turn this die on its side like that, but I love it. So this is called Garden Meadow. There's those rain boots, okay? We've seen those and loved those a couple of times. A little garden gate. Is this not amazing? Yes, and you've got a thinking of you there, so very versatile. Here are the little birds and dragonflies, little gold foil accents. The dies, what did I do with the dies? Maybe they're inside. Okay, there are dies, they're just not over here. I grabbed the wrong set. There are coordinating dies, and then here is this beautiful, beautiful paper with so many colors that are too tiny for me to read. Let's see. Balmy blue, basic black, blueberry bushel, cherry cobbler, crushed curry, fresh freesia, garden green, granny apple green, highland heather, lemon lime twist, melon mambo, night of navy, orchid oasis, pecan pie, petal pink, pumpkin pie, and shaded spruce. So you could do a lot with this beautiful paper. So flip over to the beginning of your catalog and scan that online exclusives to see what all is there that you might be missing. And guys, that's just a really quick sample of what all is there. You can also get to the kits collection from there, and maybe I'll pull out a kit in a little bit and share with you too. Okay, let's open up our catalog. This time we reach a section that I like to call Dang Cindy. I'll explain that in a few minutes. We looked at the wild ferns, and we're going to pick up in the perennial lavender suite collection. Guys, this is a double bundle, right? That means I've got a stamp set and dies here and another stamp set and dies here. These dies, remember, that's the little symbol that tells us they can be used in the mini cut and emboss machine. Some of these can as well. Look at these butterfly accents and these beautiful purple embellishments. So, and all these samples. Um, the butterfly accents are white, paper, and they're white, which means you can blend color on them, you can color, you can watercolor them, you can leave them white. But look at all this fun stuff. This little postage guy, where are you from? I think that might actually be from Sending Love. Let's go back and just look. I like to look at those recipes to see how they've done things. No, it's not. Okay, I'm going to have to look more closely at where this little stamp is coming from because I'm missing it. All right, we're going to take a look at the real thing. I just wanted to pull it up and show you the samples that we have here. And let's pull it out. I got to start with the paper. The paper. And I need to zoom out just a bit so that you can see the paper. Look at this. Okay, we talked about the colors in the other. Let's look at the colors in this. Berry Burst, Blueberry, Blackberry Bliss. So, all right, Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Starry Sky. So we get a lot of purples and some blues and some fun shades of green as well. Something to note, when this paper is created, when the artists create this paper, they actually paint these. And I just can't imagine, but what talent there is in these painted images. My parents actually commissioned a watercolor painting for me when I finished graduate school. It's hanging in my dining room, full of colors, watercolors, and this reminds me of it, except what I have downstairs has purple, red, yellow, and greens. So if you haven't seen that at a class, be sure and take a look next time. It's was made by a nurse that my mom worked with, and her name is Celia. Very talented woman, and but similar. But so watercolor painting here, and then they turn it into paper. And on the back side, look at this beautiful. Okay, so gender neutral, right? Use this in your masculine cards or your feminine. Then we get a uh, smaller painted floral images. Look at all the purples. I like purple a lot of it. And the other side, it's funny. When I look at it in my screen there, I see starry sky, but looking at it here, it definitely looks more of the purples. So that's very interesting. Um, Really pretty there. Some Queen Anne's lace and butterflies. Okay, can you see the butterflies here in the accents? Oh my gosh. Um, oh, I don't think that green is getting picked up very well at all, but it is absolutely stunning. Watercolor background. And then, okay, so this 12 by 12 piece, all right, so this is not one that you would, well, you could, I guess, but you might think of this more as, you know, what you're going to get when you cut it into um, 4 by 5 1/4 sheet, right? So you might cut it at 6 first, and then decide where you want to cut that 3/4 from to position a layer on your cardstock, um, on your card, sorry. And see there, you can see the purple really well, and the green. I wonder why that's so different. Oh, we like our buffalo check, don't we? I'm going to say that's pecan pie, and that is the proper pronunciation, in case you weren't sure. And it's almost a stripe of these floral images. And then, okay, so that's purple, but I think it's got some starry sky in it as well. Beautiful piece. And I don't, this is just gorgeous, and it has all the colors in it. Do absolutely anything with it. And then greenery. So you can see that this could be used very feminine, but also masculine or neutral. So purple lover's paradise, Karen, absolutely. It totally is. That's a great way to say it. Um, all right, then let's look at some of the other pieces of this suite. Grab them, put them over here. Now, when you can order this, you know, it's all about the clicks sometimes, right? I hear that a lot in my day job. Save some clicks. Uh, one order number here, and you can order the entire suite. So you would get both bundles, a pack of the DSP, a pack of the butterflies, and a pack of the embellishments. That's $126.50, which is going to qualify you immediately for some celebration items. Let's look at these. Oh, the butterflies aren't open yet. Okay. I don't want to damage them. I'm not sure how fragile they are. So with the butterfly accent, so there are 40 of them. You get 8 of each design. They are pretty thin. It's a pretty thin laser cut detailed butterfly. So I'm not going to pull them back out. But there are 8 sheets of these details, and so much that you can do with them. Color them any way that you want. Now, if you're watercoloring, be gentle on the amount of water that you add, because you don't want to pill the paper, if you will. I don't know if you can actually pill paper, but I think you know what I mean. When the fibers loosen up and it looks like a sweater that is pilled. Oh my gosh, now I can't open the embellishments. Can't grab it. Okay, the embellishments have got, wow. So 3 different shades. So we're looking more at Blackberry Bliss, Gorgeous Grape, and then Highland Heather here. And they're not real tall. They're not going to add a tremendous amount of bulk to your cards. They're called Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. Now let's look at the bundles, right? I don't know if I saved the best for last or not, but I saved them for last, didn't I? And let me see, I want to show you this too. So when you turn the page, you get a more detailed picture of the stamps and some wonderfully gorgeous um, samples here on both sides. So these work really well together, but they work really well independently as well. And you can easily see which designs have dies that coordinate with them. And I love this lavender. This is beautiful. Um, and then these perennial postage, you're going to need these labels, this fun edging that these cut out and layer them up. So let's look at the real thing. Okay, so here is the painted lavender. So this is the first of the stamp sets. And it is a photopolymer set. And you can see I haven't used it yet because you know when I use it, the first thing I do is ink up this solid page and stamp it on. I take out the paper and I stamp it here. That helps me see the images better. And I want to point out too something I was a little misleading about. When you need to measure to see if your stamped image will fit inside a die or not, use this guide versus the one on the cover. This is going to be a little bit smaller, can be a little bit smaller because it's made room for the banner across the top, whereas this one does not. So that is my tip here. And these are just so pretty. And then the dies. I love this. I've done some Wildflower Path was a stamp set that had something similar to this in it, and it just makes a gorgeous border on your cards. So you could stamp all that in green and then come back and add some color with this little small stamp. Would be lovely. And then here are the dies. And you can see none of them are wider than a stamp ink pad, so they are going to go through the mini cut and emboss machine, which I think is just faster. It's not wrong or right. It's just faster to get out the small one, unless you have a dedicated space where you've got your die cut machines. Then the big one might be just as fast. So notice there are no greetings in this stamp set, and that this one is all greetings, and it's a variety of greetings, right? It's got thank you, it has Mother's Day, it has more like thinking of you, friendship cards. So a lot to be done here. And then let's look at these postage dies. Okay, here they are. Okay, so here is the cutout of it. So how did they do that? I think there's not a stamp that goes with it. Where's our sample that we saw it on? Okay, it's here. So that I think is just die cut and put on. So that's a pretty cool little detail. You've also got this little tab to add a, if you're going to turn this into a tag, you've got this little header and then the holes as well. So some cool rectangles, cool squares, pretty versatile. And then you get that postage stamp edge. Do postage stamps even have that edge anymore? I'm not sure. Okay, so that is the perennial lavender suite, composed of the painted lavender bundle as well as the perennial postage bundle. All right, so let's set that aside. And actually, of the videos we're going to do today, I purchased the fewest from this section of the catalog. Part of that is because the catalog kind of goes um, in order of the theme. So Valentine's is coming up. My wedding anniversary is coming up, but Easter is a ways away. So I don't have that yet. All right, let me zoom this back in so you can see the page. So I don't have this yet, but look how beautiful this is. And it's a bundle. Right? We don't always get a bundle with Easter, but this beautiful peace I give unto you, God is good. Trust the Lord with all your heart, and He is risen. So the lilies are just stunning. Um, you can color, lilies come in all different colors. So you can color that as little or as much as you want. You're also going to get these accents. So if you stamp this in, say, a pink, you could take your blender brush or your Wink of Stella and kind of blend that ink out so that it looks colored even when it really is maybe not, or it's a faster way to color. So you can do that with all of these images, blend out your green. So I love doing that. And Wink of Stella just serves as a paintbrush if you want to do that. Then for Easter, you've also got this fun Easter egg bundle. This is called Excellent Eggs. And look how fun these are, all the little details in there that you can color again or not. And then some fun, fun, fun dies here to cut out like that rickrack, the negative and the positive for what they've done here, the cracked egg. And Hello Spring, and a little sweet little bunny up there as well. And here we find what we refer to as Dang Cindy. I went right past this, okay? And I mean, I stopped because I love teacups, but then I moved on. Um, and then Cindy showed me the dies that go with it. So these dies down here, I actually am going to flip to 69 and see if they show them a little bit better. So here we go. Everyday details. Let's just zoom in on that as much as we can. Well, that's not much better. All right, look at that. Can you see all of the detail that these dies give you? That edge on the circle, the dies. The it's kind of embossing, kind of debossing, the detail that it cut in that layer, that's die cut, or that's this guy. Yep, yeah. So you're gonna need these dies. If you bypass the stamp set, no hurt feelings. But the dies, they're kind of gonna be a must. Um, and I got to think on what I do with that there. If I'm going to get the bundle, because I really like the teacup, the nest is really sweet. Uh, hmm, yeah, I don't know. So we're just going to call that Dang Cindy. In the catalog, it's referred to as Everyday Details. Then over here, remember we had some blueberries in the past, and we've got some more here now. The bold color is amazing, and they've done some quick painting with water here. Something to note is the different options for stepping up the same card, right? Um, the same basic card. So here, just the outline. Here we've added some more watercoloring. Here we've added some more layers and die cut. So lots of different ways that you can use a stamp set. It's not necessarily a simple stamp set or an avid stamp set or a more detailed stamp set because you get to choose the level of I don't know, complexity that you add with it. And this is a perfect example of that. Nice big images and some great greetings along that too. Okay, catch up with me. Oh, got a gnat. That's not good. So this is a pretty cool watercolor birthday bundle. Nope, stamp set. It's a distinctive stamp set. So you can see it's the stamp itself is going to give you all of this texture and depth to it. It's called Cake Fancy. And I love that it has the little the edging along the that you put, that you do around a big cake. If you're really a fancy cake mixer, mine are pretty much 9 by 13 cakes frosted on the top and just cut into squares, or sort of squares, not necessarily straight lines. So we've done some heat embossing here, right, on this. So there is a white ink pad, craft ink, but you can also heat emboss with Versamark and then white embossing powder and get some more bold greetings like this. Then these are the everyday dies that they have made these circles with. So you can see some coordination. It's really nice when you get the coordination of products. And we're going to talk about that in a bit too, with the coordination between the mini and the celebration items. So here we have really a sweet, this would go nicely with that garden meadow from the online exclusives, wouldn't it? So it's a bundle. And you get to make this cart. Could you not turn that cart into just about anything? The first thing I saw was one of the popcorn machines. So again, that's not like me to see out of the box. So to pat myself on the back again. Happy Mother's Day. So we've got a couple of different Mother's Day sets or greetings as well. But this is also birthday, a friendship card, just a hello. Fun little pots that you can do, and just then quickly add in the plants, the flowers. So super fun there. And you can actually do that in 2 steps here. This would be your background that you might stamp in green. And this one you could stamp in color, or you could even, if you wanted this part to be green as well, mask that off on your stamp, stamp your colors, and then take your mask off this way, and then you can stamp this one. This is a good size. I like things that are big. It helps me take up space on my card. Fill space would be a better way to say it. All right, now we have come up to the Lighter Than Air suite, and this one is Judy. Judy's team is their mascot, I guess, is the hot air balloons. So she's so excited about these. And interestingly, I was just reading something about hot air balloons, but some really pretty samples here. Lots going on that you might overlook, right? We've got banners. So the dies are going to cut out banners for you. A really cool curved banner here for your greeting. So we've got a stamp and a die that's going to go there. Notice the detail in the how different you can make your balloons. Some of these are actually using DSP. But from that, this cloud edge, that is from the dies in the annual catalog. It's a border set. I don't remember the name of it right now. You can always let me know if you're curious and can't find it. And then the colors here, petal pink. We've seen a lot of petal pink in this catalog, aren't we? Petal pink, lemon lolly, pool party, balmy blue, bubble bath, and fresh freesia. So some pretty soft spring colors. And so far, I have purchased the paper, and I thought I had gotten the embellishments, but they're not where I thought they were. So, but these dies, darn, yes, these images, the dies can be used in the mini cut and emboss machine. So quite a bit that you can do with those to make your balloons stand out. And on the opposite page, we get some more examples and a closer look at what will fit in your dies. So it looks like the die that cuts out this banner would also cut out this. You could cut the tails off and cut out this and cut the tails off. Or you could use this as a background to the greeting that you stamp on top of it, or another layer that you put on top of it. So lots of versatility. Yeah, big word. That you could have with this set. And then I love that banner die, the pennant. I guess that's the better word, isn't it? Okay, and then you might recognize this shape from the September to December catalog, the oval punch. I think it's just the oval punch. Um, it should be now in the online exclusives. It is mentioned here. Sorry, it's the modern oval punch. That's the name of it. Isn't that nice that they put that there for me? And it is $22. But these fun stamps all work. What am I trying to say? They punch out. They fit this punch. I'm going to have to give up. But so they're shaped to fit the punch, and you can punch them out. This is pretty cool because it's going to punch out the inside, and then you can create a layer if you want. Like they've created layers over here, and then just stamped it straight here. You could do this as these are quick, but you could also stamp this again and cut out the just a note and pop that up. Kind of a fun font here. And notice we've got the little clock that tells us that these are quick and easy cards. And this I did not yet. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. Guys, I have to go back. I forgot to show you the paper. Oh, the one thing I had for that suite, and I forgot. So here is the DSP. And I'm willing to bet that the dies are going to cut out these balloons, or at least some of them. So this backside is a stripe. Look at these fun polka dots. And so there are 40 sheets. 40 sheets. You get 8 of 5 designs. No, that's wrong. The math isn't working, but you get 8 of each design. I did count them, so I know that part's right. So there are 42 sheets. Clouds on that one. Here's your lemon lolly stripes, and then some fresh freesia on the other side, and then some Highland heather, little festive. That would be pretty with that cake. And then, these look like polka dots, but actually they have some detail that are more like petals, flowers. I love this. This is really cool. Diamonds, really cool pattern. And then again, that scalloped side, and then some angled stripes with this one, and the little diamonds on this side. I'm sure there's a more technical name for that, but that's what I got. Okay, let me find my water. Okay, so now back to where we were. So that's the modern oval punch. I don't have this stamp set yet, but I love this. I love this idea. This, just for this big happy and the big smile and that fun font, that would be great. But if you are a planner or a scrapbooker, then you're going to love this too. You've got this tiny camera. There's a conversation bubble. And this is designed by million-dollar achiever Alexandra Grape. That may not be how she pronounces it. I believe she's German. But this picture, say cheese, this moment, happy with you, never forget. I love this, memories. You've got some fun little um, icons, icons, symbols here, a little pin for like a map pin, the at, the hashtag, a little arrow. So, and then here are like the, um, I don't know what you call that, a star. Uh, I'm not exactly sure if that's a little notebook. Mm, I'm not entirely sure what that one is. And then lines and boxes to check things off. Anybody a list maker, like to check things off? Anybody been known to make a list just so that you can, and then something you've already done, add it to the list and check it off? Uh, you and me, details, highlights, the story. So this is a $20 photopolymer set, and it's it's just gorgeous. These embellishments we're going to see in a suite in a little bit, so we'll come back to that. Um, but lots of cool things. You know what? I haven't even referred to what I've got over here. What did I miss? Oh, guys, we got to go back. I missed something. You know, they pack this full with tips and ideas. They used to actually call this an idea book. This little push pin tells us we've got a tip, and I just push right through it. Um, ink your stamp, then lightly spritz with water before stamping, and give this a cool watercolor effect that you see here. Some guess in here. So pretty cool little tip there. Here's another one. Yep, Love This Moment stamp set does double duty. It works equally well for memory keeping and card making. And I know planning is a um, big hobby as well. And so this would be great for planning. And all right. So now we get to the cover, right? Do you remember the cover? Awesome is that, right? So cool. Here is the ice cream swirl bundle. We've got use with the mini cut and emboss machine. Lots of fun. We've got a couple of some cool images or projects to refer to. And here is the bundle. So we're going to start with the stamp set. These are good size. Remember, I keep saying that. I use, I guess, big more than I don't know. I feel like I use big more than I use small. Oh my gosh. That was adult proof. I need Hazel. I like this Make-A-Wish. Hope your day is sweet. You've got some sprinkles, that little cookie-like straw, yum, donut, strawberry, the cone, a cherry, and this is a photopolymer set. You can see how large it really is here. This is the perfect reason or perfect opportunity to show you, and I share it every time. The reason that I stamp this over here is when I stamp it over here, all these words that are backwards are going to be readable and easy to see. This is thanks, this is thanks. Here's that little cookie straw, there's that little cookie straw. Here's the strawberry, here's the strawberry. So it's really easy for me to see not only what the greetings are, where they are. I mean, I can see what they are on the front, but once you add your stamps on top of these and you stamp with them a few times, it's a little harder to see where the phrase is that you're looking for, where the greeting is. It gets kind of lost. But if you stamp it over here, then you'll have that to refer to. But these are amazing. So fun. And the dies are kind of special too. But wait, there's more. So here, die cut some little sprinkles. How fun is that? So here's your cone. Here's the cone detail and the cone outside. Notice this line here. You can make a fold over with your make the card base be the cone if you want. That'd make a fun invitation, wouldn't it? You can cut out just the outside, or you can add the detail as well. And the same thing with the swirl. This is 2 dies, so you decide if you want to add the accent. Now, remember, well, let me point out that this swirl detail and the detail of the cone, it's not going to cut out around the edge. Okay, it's the larger one that gives you the edge. This just embosses to give you the detail. And did I say everything about that I wanted to say? Oh gosh, I did not think we would go this long. Okay, I wish I had this to share with you because this is so much more than meets the eye. You've seen the masks before. Remember that we did the sunflowers from the September to December mini catalog. And now we have this enduring beauty that offers another layer of possibility to it. So you can stamp this large floral image, then with the masks, layer each color to color your stamped image. Die cut it and add it to your card like so. Actually, this is the dies and the masks. This one is using the masks and the dies and not the stamp of the detail. And this one is using the stamp only with heat embossing. So this has more value than you can imagine. So, and with this bundle, you will get the stamp set, the dies, the masks, all for one. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, so here the dies are the images that are die cut are visible here. And I love this too. 2 leaves, 2 leaves, 2 leaves, 2 sets of detail here. So it's much easier to, you usually add 2 leaves, don't you? So much possibility here. Stamp this, color it with your blends. Stamp this and don't color at all. Stamp this and use the masks and use your blending brushes. So this can be a super quick card, or it can be a little faster using the masks, or you can color it with your blends or your color pencils, your watercolor, and spend a little more time with it. This is just a huge value. So the stamp set, the dies, the masks, $50.75. So great. What am I trying to say? That gets you a celebration item, and it's just an amazing, amazing value. I completely overlooked that. Okay, that is where we are going to stop for this round. And that was totally full, wasn't it? But look at these. I just can't get over that. So that will be on my next order, I feel sure. Let me know if it's going to be on yours as well. All right, so next up, we're just about 10 minutes away from noon. So you've got a game coming up at noon, and then I am back live at 1. So you get a little bit of a break. Play the game, have some lunch, and I'll see you back here at 1. We're going to pick up with Nature's Sweetness. I can't wait to show you this. All right. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, I'll catch up with the comments, but maybe over the next couple of days. My mom is here, so I get to visit with her too. And so I want to make the most of that time. So I will see you all at 1 o'clock. Take care.